sparring is such an important part of our training, because this is where we get our frame of reference. This is where we understand where we're at. Sparring should be like having a chat with an old friend. It should be natural and honest. It's about communication. It's about the journey, not where you're going, but just enjoying the scenery on the way there. It's not about a destination. And that's why Tuichu is used to get your frame of reference, because it is just honest. There's no possibility of trickery or deception. The body, it doesn't lie. It always tells the truth. Really gets you thinking. And when any of us spar with P.G.B or with Guru, we all look the same. None of us have got any moves. That's what Tuichu is. Kind of, yeah. Just keep my eyes focused on Guru's movements. It's not taught as a class where you're given movements to do mindlessly. And it's not a sport with a winner and a loser. It's a martial art. And all art is just a personal expression of a moment in time.
The movement may be vary, but the core actually in the end, the aim, the objective or the goal is basically the same. To keep you healthy, to get to know how to move your part of your body, because everyone is different actually. You cannot just like standardize that you and I is the same, and therefore we have to do exactly the same. In a way, the principle is everything can look alike, but they're never the same. Looks alike, yes, same, impossible. That's the greatest thing about the Creator, God. And this is the unfortunate thing too. Generally, when people talking about martial art, they're thinking about fighting, the martial aspect only. But if you see, the world itself is compound world, martial and art. They forgot the artistic part, which is actually no one can really get into agreements on what the definition of art. The closest is there's an element of like a living organic material somewhere there. That's what my father is trying to bring about in his way of teaching and in this school, and we try to keep it that too. So talking about being natural or organic, which is now very popular, we trying to be aware more about the other aspect of martial art. It's not so much just for fighting. There's a spiritual aspect in that too. There's an energy aspect that, But then again, when you're talking about energy, usually people think it's about the chi, that kind of stuff, like kundalini, what's that? Well, yeah, we're talking about that too. We have Chinese, India has a similar concept. They're not the same again, but look alike. Just different word, different perception, But actually, in essence, it's the same. Yeah. Energy is everywhere. It manifests in everything, and is one of the primary essence of universe is energy. So that's evolved in us physically, bodily, mentally, and everything. Whatever in this planet and universe. So yeah, it's true. There are many other aspects that we try to keep and paying attention, which unfortunately many other schools, they probably know about this, but they don't bother much about it, or they don't practicing. Well, actually, if you ask me, do we have a specific training for that? We don't, actually. Not until later, because it will be difficult to teach someone new about the other aspect. First, the body we train, and then we train the mind, and then after that, if you want to call soul or spirit, like this concept, body, mind, and spirit. Would you agree if I say soul only one, that spirit many? There's always a soul in the spirit, but not the other way around. But sometimes people see it from in different way. A lot of people probably would disagree with me too, but I think soul only one, but spirit many. So there is a soul in every spirit. Yeah, spirit is universal, manifest to any, but soul, your soul and my soul is different, but we share the same spirit. Do you agree? Yeah, I see.
It's not competitive and there's no judgment. What's relevant is the understanding and the awareness of the movements that you're doing, not how you execute them or how good they look. This is irrelevant. What's relevant is the translation of these movements into your everyday life and how you use this training that you do to benefit your life and to harmonize with your surroundings, and by doing this, make life easier. This is what's important. There's no such thing as a bad session as long as you're learning, and as long as you're being honest, you're always learning. After having spent many years learning these forms and these sequential movements, what you do is you erase them and it becomes formless and you get better. But in the end, you have to erase them all and just be comfortable with the movement in that moment, focusing on the breathing and the subtle aspects of the movement.